Today, I want to talk directly to all the brand owners out there who are currently using print on demand for their merchandise. Maybe you started with print on demand because it's low cost and low risk, but now you're hitting those goals and your audience is growing. And you're thinking, is this still the best fit for my brand? Let's dive into why you might want to consider switching to bulk screen printing, especially if you're committed to building that premium brand. There's some real differences between print on demand and bulk screen printing, and understanding these can help you decide if it's time for your brand to level up. Let's start with print on demand, since it's the method you guys are already using. At its core, print on demand relies on direct to garment or DTG printing, which is an easy way to print directly onto the garments. It's especially appealing when you're just starting out or working with a small amount of orders because there's no need to manage inventory or worry about large upfront costs. You only print what you sell, which makes it great for testing designs and keeping your operations low risk. But here's the thing. As your brand grows, print on demand and DTG as their underlying method starts to show its limitations. And you might already be feeling these with some of the drawbacks. Maybe you're already noticing the inconsistencies in print quality, or you're struggling with the longer fulfillment times as demand increases. Or perhaps your customers are starting to expect more from your brand and the print on demand just doesn't deliver that premium experience they want. If you're ready to take your brand to the next level, you need something that offers more control, higher quality, and a better foundation for scaling your business. And that's where screen printing comes in. Let's break down why it's the superior choice for serious growing brands. First, let's talk about the profit margins, especially as your brand grows. If you're using DTG, you're likely paying a higher cost per item because it's designed for these one-off productions, not mass manufacturing. Sure, it's great for small batches, but here's the problem. DTG doesn't offer the same economics of scale that manufacturing typically provides. With traditional manufacturing like screen printing, the cost per unit decreases as you produce more and more. That's because the setup costs are spread across a larger order, making bulk production a much more cost-effective. But with DTG, you're essentially producing one item at a time. If you want to increase production, the only real way to do it is to invest in more DTG machines, which doesn't lower your per unit cost and can actually add a significant overhead to the printer. Screen printing, on the other hand, is built for scalability. Once the screens are set up, the process becomes incredibly efficient, meaning the more you produce, the cheaper each item gets. This gives you a huge advantage. Higher profit margins that allow you to reinvest into your brand, like improving your marketing or offering more competitive pricing, all of which helps your brand grow faster. Then let's talk about the quality and durability. If you ever printed with DTG, you probably noticed that the ink starts to fade after a few washes. DTG prints tend to be less durable and don't hold up as well, especially with lighter ink colors or designs on dark garments. Over time, the prints can look faded or even cracked, leaving your customers with a product that doesn't last. Screen printing, on the other hand, is built to stand the test of time. It is known for its vibrancy and long-lasting results. If you ever browse some of those thrift stores or vintage clothing shops, you'll probably see a whole bunch of screen printed tees in there that are 20, 30, 40 years old. And here's the amazing part. They still look incredible for their age. I wish I looked that good at 40 still. And that right there is the kind of lasting impression you want your merch to make. So if you want your customers to keep coming back for quality merchandise that not only looks great, but also lasts for years, screen printing is the way to go. One major advantage of switching to screen printing is that it opens up your options for higher quality materials and premium finishing touches. With DTG, your selection of garments is often limited. That's because DTG providers need to keep a smaller amount of inventory of blank shirts on hand, and not every fabric works well with DTG processes. This means you're stuck with a fewer options, and those options might not align with the premium look and feel your brand deserves. With screen printing, you get access to a huge variety of blank garments, including premium fabrics that not only look better, but also feel amazing. Whether you want those heavier ink tees or maybe you want to use some specialty inks like puff, screen printing allows you to choose the products that matches your brand's identity. Plus, screen printing lets you add all kinds of finishing options to elevate your product, like printed neck tags or custom hem tags. These little details help establish your brand as one that values quality and the overall customer experience, setting you apart from your competition and giving your merch a cohesive professional look. One of the biggest frustrations with DTG is the lack of control over production processes, especially when relying on a third-party provider. You're often at the mercy for quality, consistency, and delivery times. If there's an issue with a print or the garment itself, it can be tough to address, that lead into quality concerns or a delay that is out of your hands. With screen printing, especially when partnering with a team like ours at Threadbird, you gain a higher level of control over quality and consistency. At Threadbird, we're hands-on in managing every part of the process, from pairing the screens to quality checking each print. This proactive approach means you get more reliable results and fewer surprises. We now live in an Amazon world where people expect their products fast. With print on demand, every shirt is printed individually, which means production happens after the order is placed. This can lead to delays in shipping, especially during these busy times of the year. We've heard horror stories from brands where DTG companies fall weeks behind during the holiday season. Orders that should be gifts don't arrive till after Christmas. That's a terrible experience for your customers and a major hit to your brand's reputation. With screen printing, your inventory is already produced and ready to go, so your orders can ship out immediately. This means your customers get their products faster, which not only meets their expectations, but also builds trust in your brand. And it doesn't stop there. Screen printing unlocks a better overall fulfillment experience. When your products are pre-produced, you can offer things like custom packaging, including all these extra little goodies into the box and making a nicer experience for your customer. They give them that kind of wow factor. These small touches add up and leaving a lasting impression that helps your brand stands out. Another huge advantage of bulk screen printing is how it simplifies exchanges and returns. Let's say a customer orders the wrong size. What happens when you're using print on demand? From there, you're basically starting from scratch, paying for production all over again, doubling your costs and delaying the replacement. With bulk inventory, you can simply swap the size and ship it out immediately. And on the return front, print on demand doesn't set you up to manage that process effectively. We've heard from brand owners who ended up with garages or living rooms full of unwanted items they don't know what to do with. With a proper fulfillment setup, returns are streamlined and you can maintain control over your inventory without it taking over your personal space. Now, let's not forget about the impact your product has on your brand's perception. When your customers receive a product that feels premium, something that meets or even exceeds their expectation, it creates a strong emotional connection with your brand. And that connection is what keeps them coming back. Think about it. Your product is an extension of your brand. If it looks and feels high quality, it tells your customers that your brand is professional, trustworthy, and worth investing in. On the flip side, if your product falls short, maybe the design fades after a few washes, or your garment feels cheap, that reflects poorly on your brand and can drive customers away. Screen printing delivers the kind of premium experience that helps your brand build trust and loyalty. Your customers will notice the durability, vibrant colors, and attention to detail that makes your product stand out. When they feel good about what they've received, they're more likely to share their experience, recommend your brand, and come back for more. And let's be honest, today's customers expect your product to match the effort you're putting into your brand. If your merch doesn't meet their standards, it can break that trust. With screen printing, you're giving them the product they love, a product they'll wear and show off, and a product that reflects the quality and care behind your brand. So, to wrap it up, DTG has its place when you're starting out or dealing with small orders. But if you're serious about scaling your brand and building a strong reputation, screen printing is the way to go. Look at the brands you admire. What are they doing? Are they using DTG? Probably not. And there's a reason for that. They know a high quality, long lasting product is essential for building customer loyalty and that premium feel. In fact, I recently had someone comment on my personal clothing brand's social media saying, "Oh great, another crappy print on demand company." But I was able to tell them with pride that we're not using print on demand. We're all about the premium quality, screen printed apparel, and people really appreciate that. The truth is, more and more consumers are picking up what DTG is, and they're looking for better. They want the shirts that feel great and last, not something that looks faded or worn after a few washes. So if you want your brand to be taken seriously, it's time to level up from the limitations of DTG and invest in a production method that matches the quality you want your brand to represent. Screen printing is the most cost-effective, durable, professional choice that will help your brand get noticed, attract loyal customers, and grow for the long term. If you're ready to take that step and switch from DTG to screen printing, we'll love to help. At Threadbird, we specialize in bringing your vision to life with high-quality, durable merchandise. Reach out to us and let's talk about how we can scale your brand together with the right products and the right printing techniques. Also, we'd love to hear from you in the comments. Tell us, what's been your experience with direct-to-garment? Have you noticed any challenges? Or are you thinking about making the switch to screen printing? Drop your thoughts below and let's start a conversation. Thanks for watching. And don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe for more insight on how we can grow your brand with premium merch. We'll see you in the next one.